I'm back at the garden, the community garden, for my week 5 Artist's Way update. And the planes are low flying and back to back, so let's see how this works out. I tried this last week because it's such a beautiful environment, and I thought it would be a nice change of pace to do my update from here. But I felt like the planes were drowning me out, so I made a short talking about how frustrated I was. It was really like just a few minutes, less than 3 minutes, just saying, oh my God, 20 minutes, and I was flowing, and just back-to-back low-flying planes, and one passed as I was making the video, and someone called me a Karen for it. So that was weird. I mean, I wonder if he's even he or she. I get a feeling it's he. I'm not sure. Is even doing the Artist's Way. Like, why click on my short? Why bother? It said the Artist's Way, attempt at an update. People. Anyway, so wow. Week 5. I thought it was going to be, there was a lot of good stuff that I'm so grateful for. Like, I got to take a couple of walks here. I got to go out with my family for my mom's birthday. Just a small impromptu gathering, just 4 of us. And it was so nice because it was a break in my isolation. And last week we had our family barbecue last Sunday, so there's been a series of opportunities to be around people, and that's been very nourishing to me. So in terms of have I seen any possibilities opening up, if you can call those possibilities, let's just call them possibilities, right? It's all perspective. So, because otherwise, I am still not able to get back to where I was before that procedure in week 4 that I stretched into 2 weeks to try to recover. I had a full month of just so many shifts, positive, uplifting shifts, and I felt like I was making so much headway, and I thought, well, if this continues, pretty soon it's going to open something up. But that got interrupted, and just that 2-day interrupted just threw me. And although I did manage to seem like I was getting up on a few days after that, I would fall back into getting up on a heavy note and not getting up as early as I wanted to. Not on all days. Some days I did, but the time would fly by and I would get nothing tangible done. I did 2 days of decluttering, which I feel good about. Still, I'm in a stage where all the decluttering that I've done, and it amounts to about 5 days worth of major decluttering, you cannot see any of the fruits of it yet. You cannot see them. So I'm still not having a sense of wins, and I did all the exercise. Well, I did 8 of the 10 exercises in the back of the book. I did the chapter exercises Um, I did every part except for looking for the imagery, which is very important. There were things like, you know, I forgot now because I'm in the garden, I don't have the book with me, but things like describing your ideal, or if it wasn't forbidden, I would, and then list 10 things that you would do. If I don't remember, like money and time weren't an issue, I would, and list, 5 things you would do. And again, with the alternate lifetimes, list another 5. I'm surprised I came up with more. I had about 22 or something like that on my original list. I added to that list, and I have more original ones, more things. I'm surprised. I thought I ran out of ideas, but interesting. But I haven't done anything. So we were supposed to make, because it was the week of recovering, a sense of possibility and becoming aware of virtue traps, right? Like where we are prioritizing doing the right thing or being good instead of doing what we want to do. And being good doesn't mean like, you shouldn't be a good person, obviously. But, becoming aware of how we self-sabotage ourselves to stay stuck. And very importantly, what's the payoff for staying stuck? And oddly enough, my payoffs are always things that my very situation makes impossible for me. Like freedom to live my life as I choose is what I would want more than anything. Freedom, just complete time freedom and choice freedom to do as I choose. And I'm not even, see, this is what she means by looking out for virtue traps. So I want to explain to you that I don't mean being frivolous, but I kind of do, I would love to know what it's like to go out and have fun with my friends and eat at a fancy restaurant and, go away for the weekend. I've never wanted to go to Las Vegas or anything like that, but at this point, I even have that on my list. It's like, I would love to do these things that people get to do that I don't even get to go to the movies. So the payoff for staying stuck is that I don't want to lose my space and time, right? I want to be able, I don't even know how to explain this without sounding shitty, but that's the whole point of this. Like, we got to find the authentic, yearnings within us that are yearning to come out. And honest to God, if I was able to live my life the way that I wanted to live it, people would be benefiting from it, because I so much enjoy lifting other people up and bringing other people up with me along for the empowerment, the experience of joy and beauty and, seeing the beauty and magic of life. So, a little uncomfortable. But yeah, I'm over here giving excuses because I'm thinking about what someone else is going to comment and call me. But I said that that's why I was doing this openly, because I needed to get over caring about people like that. And I really don't. I do a little bit because I responded. But like when I really think about it, I don't. Or at least I'm getting to the point where I don't. The thing is, I deeply care for people. I do deeply care for even strangers. And super empathic and like a sponge. But it has been a major pitfall. And look at my life. Like, you can't see what my life looks like. You have to just take my word for it. But the whole point of this series is to document going from rock bottom to lifting myself up again after going through all sorts of illnesses and, a cancer journey last year, and then falling into a pit of financial hell and never having gotten back up out of it. In fact, I am at the worst point, and I think the end. So I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this course, because I'm like running out of that. I had like a little bit of money that I was stretching from January, and then some more from March, and a little bit of help came in along the way, and my family's been helping me so much with things like groceries and just, driving me to things. But again, it's not like I have this help at my beck and call, because they're very busy, and it's a struggle for them too. So between the things I can't do for myself and the things I can't do for my mom, like, I'm having to lean on them too much, and it's only a couple of people. So it's hard. It's been really hard to pull myself out of a state of heaviness. I can't do that thing I was doing in the whole first month, where I would catch my thoughts spiraling and shift them to possibility. I couldn't believe how well I was doing. I never imagined that I had the capability to do that, but I haven't been able to get back there. And I've been seriously depressed. In fact, like, leaving the house, I looked in the mailbox, and I'm getting bill collectors and, threats to sue me and stuff. I don't have it. Like, come and take what you find. But I don't even have anything of any value to sell, to buy myself groceries. I'm in a really bad way. And that's what led me to say, you know what? I have tried everything for so long with the help of people, and not been able to get myself back up after that whole cancer thing. And I surrender. Only I don't feel like I'm really surrendering. You know what I mean? I don't know what surrendering feels like. I think I was doing it in the first month, but this isn't feeling like surrender. I feel like I'm back in a state of, oh my God, 7 weeks. I'm in week 5, the end of week 5, but 7 weeks have passed because I took 2 weeks on 2 of the chapters. 7 weeks, and not one iota of an opportunity has arisen for me, and I've been trying to get out almost every day. We've had a stretch of like cold, rainy days, and it's like today's warmer, but it's been in like the 40s and the 50s and the low 60s and rainy, but we've had a few beautiful days in there, and I made sure to get out. I don't know, like the only thing that's walking distance really is the village strip where there's a few stores and that's it. It's not like you can like hang out there and meet people, and the community garden. So I have in the past walked around and met people like almost every time I would come here, and had beautiful talks. But the last bunch of times I've come here while I'm doing the course, I haven't met anybody. I don't know. There's been not an iota of hope. I keep on trying to do what I can, but it's nothing that I can do towards actually saving myself and getting myself back up on my feet. Three little kids. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't even know what the update questions to week 5 are. I did the morning pages every day. I did manage to do my affirmations. I had a struggle with them, but they would end up coming out in a way that felt like I was channeling upliftment. So that was good. I read the basic principles. That seems so like it's something so empty at this point, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand what the purpose of it is. Okay, they're embedded. I can't even focus on the meaning of the words anymore. I've read them so much. I didn't even do an artist date because I have no money left. I don't know how I'm going to get through June. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to get through June. And here's the thing. I wanted to say, as I left the house, I looked in the mailbox, and all there was some local thing about, local fun events for the summer, right? So I opened it up, and the first thing was disaster emergency preparedness. As if that wasn't already like one of the biggest things on my mind lately. Like, here I am trying to be positive and hopeful for my future when the future seems so dark to me or anyone who's paying attention. I'm not like absorbing myself in the news, but I'm not ignoring it either. I have to know what's going on, and it's a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. And each day it gets worse and worse, and I don't know how to process this. I mean, for me, it's like this, nightmare in my psyche. For other people, it's an actual nightmare that they are living. And it's just I can't, you know, not being able to do anything about it. Like, being threatened if you speak your mind. Like, what are we coming to? I just don't, and then people like completely are like, oh, you're, people who think like that are delusional and whatever. Like, I don't want to make this into a thing, but I'm just telling you where my mind's been because of what we're living through right now, and the very big chance that we're not gonna make it. I mean, that sounds like an exaggeration to people who aren't paying attention, or paying attention but to the wrong things. But again, I'm slipping up here. I don't want to make this into like a thing. But these are playing into my ability to recover my sense of possibilities. How can I recover a sense of possibilities where it seems like so many possibilities are being taken away from us? And it does affect me in terms of the walls closing in, because I may lose my health care. That's highly likely. I won't be able to get the absolutely necessary medication to keep the cancer from recurring, and the other stuff that I take for other things. I still have this port in my chest. I have a chemo port in my chest that I need to go have them take out. It's, connected to my aorta, and I need it taken out. And if they take away my insurance before that happens, I'm stuck with this thing that needs to be flushed every 6 to 8 weeks. So, and not being able to get there because I don't have a car, and being stranded because I don't have a car, and I live in a place where you need a car. And the money I had for a bicycle, I had to stretch that from January until now. We're in June now. For groceries. And like for the very littlest, tiniest bit to get by on. I guess it's a good thing the medication I'm on makes you gain weight, because otherwise I'd be 86 pounds again. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm sorry this is a depressing one, but this is where I'm at. Like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna keep trying. And I keep forgetting to say, one of the questions is, have you experienced any synchronicities? I'm sure I have, because they're like a part of my everyday life. The little things. But when I looked in the mailbox and I saw that, and I saw the summer fun, and I saw the disaster preparedness workshop as the first thing on the list of 3 other things that involve stuff for kids, which I don't have. So thankfully, because I can't even take care of myself, I just was like, oh my God, can I please get some light? And I walked towards the park, and I crossed the street diagonally, and I see 2 women walking on the sidewalk, and there wasn't enough room at a certain point, so I stayed in the street until there was enough room to merge with them on the sidewalk. And the one woman was wearing a t-shirt that said faith over fear, and I was like, okay, thank you. And I told her too. I told her your t-shirt is a message from God to me right now. And she thanked me. I forgot to thank her. I should have thanked her, you know. But yeah, that little thing felt like something in this stretch of feeling like I'm in a desert of hopelessness, of darkness, and of nothing I am doing is actually really making a dent in anything. But I have to get my mind back on a positive track. I have to. The whole point is I wanted to surrender and give it up. Give it up to God, the universe, the cosmos. And I need to get back there. Even if I have a little bit of time left, because like I said, even if this is my last little bit of time on earth, it would be better to go on a positive note, like feeling uplifted inside rather than feeling hopeless and destitute. So in any case, getting back to that mental space is my goal right now. And that's it. Like, I'm on day 6 of week 5. This is my update. I don't think much is going to change by tomorrow. I will look for images to start an image file for all of those things. Like, there's supposed to be things we want to manifest in our life, even if they're like wildly like unbelievable to us that we can allow these things into our life, but to start to open up to these and look at them often and build like a visual file. And I have to wrap my brain around writing down everything I need to do, everything, looking over that list of stuff that I wrote on half an hour for all the exercises that have been passing by that I haven't been doing. I've been doing all the tasks and exercises, and yet there are like part B's to stuff that I haven't done and stuff that is supposed to be stretched throughout the rest of the course, which I haven't done. Being kind to myself. I did something to be kind to myself. It was something very minor, but I let myself sleep in on one day without guilt. It was, all my bones, with this cold, it's triggering all the joint and bone pain and the scar tissue pain. It's been a lot. Like, I'll wake up and I can't even walk on my feet. That's what happens with that medication, the hormone blockers. I guess that's it. But then it gets better as I get moving. So, goals. Movement. I need to increase my movement. I need to make my walks, I like these meandering walks and these, sitting in the garden. This is probably my artist date. I brought a notebook. I don't know, maybe I'll sketch something, But really, like, I gotta think of other artist dates other than coming to the garden, as much as I like it here. I love it here. It's beautiful and so peaceful, and it's just such a wonderful resource. And I'm so grateful to have it. There were things that I was very, very, very grateful for this week. I'm trying to think because I wrote them down in my morning pages, and I remember writing like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess the time spent with my family and being able to eat good food and, you know, just little things that people might be like, what? Like, what's that? That's nothing. To me, it's everything. It's everything. I'm at rock bottom. So, yeah, I really need to find a way to connect with hope and faith that I will overcome this. And also surrender, like figure out how the hell it feels to surrender. Like what that even feels like. So that's about it. That's about it. Like this is the end of week 5, recovering a sense of possibility. I don't feel I recovered any sense of possibility at all. But I don't want to stretch it into another week. I want to get on with week 6. I don't even know what week 6 is. I didn't look ahead. But I don't know. The last time I did this all the way through, magic happened. And magic happened. And I'm hoping, I heard something really good, because the last time there was something tangible. I didn't see it at the time when I was trying to manifest. I didn't see where that manifestation was going to come from. I didn't know the how. But then it became evident in the last 3 months. We did it for 24 weeks. It was a group of us. But this time, like, ever since, there's been nothing that I can think of that, for the how. But I'm not supposed to be dwelling on the how. I'm supposed to leave that up to the universe. So I heard a saying that really, yes, that the universe takes the path of least resistance in bringing you your manifestations and answering your prayers. And so that clicked, and I was like, oh, so it wasn't because that was there. It was because that at the time was the path of least resistance. Now, I don't know what that path is, but the universe does. So, I'm leaving it up to the universe. I'm just going to continue with surrendering, because there's really honestly nothing else I can do. I don't have the means to do anything in terms of working from home, because I don't have a laptop, a computer. I can't, the apartment won't accommodate a computer. It's got to be a laptop. I don't have one. I don't have the means of getting one, not even a used one. I don't have, my phone's dying. It's my lifeline. I don't have a car, so I don't have transportation. So that's that has just thrown me into the complete unknown, like, of how I'm going to make it. Like, that's been the biggest factor, because you cannot do anything around here without a car. Like, there are days where if I don't have dinner in the house, I eat toast, because it's too far of a walk for me to get to the grocery store. And the only other choice is to spend too much money at the nearby pizzeria. But then I cut it up. Like, say I get a chicken roll, I'll cut it up into like 2 or 3 pieces and have 3 meals instead of, I'm not going to eat the whole chicken roll, it's huge. So that works out. But still, that's just like one tiny meal. There's a catbird there. This is a bird sanctuary, and there are so many different types of birds, and I absolutely love it here. All the roses are in bloom. I stop and I sniff all the flowers, and some are just heavenly. So really, I do really enjoy it here. So this could count as my artist day, except that I spend time doing this, so this doesn't count. But what I do after this may count if I can like bring my inner child some joy. All right, it's long enough. I did say I was going to split them up so they wouldn't be so long. I'm going to try that in week 6. Week 5 was busy with other things and good things. It's just, I need to get back on that psychological, mental upbeatness, the hope, the faith, the real deep trust that everything's going to be all right. So anyway, that's it. If anyone is still watching, please hit the like button. I do want to grow this channel, and it's not going to be off of this, I know. But I do want to think of something fun, something engaging. I haven't even told a story time. Someone downvoted my last story of how I almost got struck by lightning. Like, I don't understand people. Like, anyway, it's all good because, again, it's giving me what I need to face these situations and then learn how to respond to them in ways that are more proactive, and don't affect me adversely. And I mean, even when I respond to people, I may be a little sarcastic, that's all. But usually I try to be civil. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you still are, I doubt anyone is. But on to week 6. Hopefully, when I listen back to this, the plane noise isn't too loud and I can post it later.